right, thank you everyone so much for being here. We are so excited to celebrate some exciting things today. We have some incredible people here with us today. The Fallstaff Elementary Middle School Green Team. Woohoo!
Wonderful.
I think you all thought I was going to say this amazing group of people over here. We do have a lot of incredible people here. Everybody who's here today has been a partner in this work, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Jana Davis. I'm the director of the Chesapeake Bay Trust, and we are incredibly proud to partner with so many different organizations, the state of Maryland, BGE, to allow trees to be planted in our incredible urban communities, like the one we're celebrating today. So kids, does the tree have a name yet? I understand you guys like naming the tree. What's the name?
I have a suggestion.
Quincy.
All right.
Quincy.
All right. Sounds like there's more discussion about naming the tree here, but thank you again so much for being here. We are celebrating today not just this incredible tree planting activity here at the school, but all 147 communities that have participated in the Urban Trees program to date. 92,000 new native trees in our communities, and that's going to make a huge difference.
Yes, absolutely.
So we always say, what's the best time to plant a tree? 30 years ago. What's the second best time to plant a tree?
Right now.
Right now. Yes. So we are, these trees that are getting planted, and Quincy, or some other name, is going to benefit the neighborhoods and our communities right now, because you do see the difference. But imagine what it's going to be like in 5 and 10 years from now. So I really commend this group of amazing people who is investing in our future selflessly for 10 years from now, when these trees are going to be even better than they are today. So thank you again so much for everything. We have some great people that I'll introduce in a moment, but I do want to recognize Delegate Boyce, who is here. Oh. And Pam Curtis from Senator Attar's office. Thank you so much for being here. So I know we have a lot of folks to speak and an incredible tree to plant. So I'm gonna we'll talk about the benefits and why we're here through our speakers and as we go along today. So I'm gonna turn it over to our first speaker, Delegate Sean Stinnett from this district, who is gonna tell us a little bit what this means to him.
Yeah.
Good morning, Fallstaff. Come on now. I have the man, my good friend, Mayor Brandon Scott in the back, and I know he wants to feel that energy. Good morning, Fallstaff.
Good morning.
Thank you. That sounds a whole lot better. I want to just give quick greetings. I really, truly appreciate as far as, this type of initiative and these type of projects that are coming into community, because I always just look at, as far as when I look at the trees, I look at the kids, it's all about growth. It's all about plenishing and really fulfilling as far as the needs, as far as within the community, planting those seeds so we can watch and so we can fulfill our ambitions as far as within the community. Watch our trees, watch our kids grow, watch they blossom and so forth. So I really, truly appreciate as far as me being here. This is, once Baltimore Tree Trust had called me up as far as, in my community, West Arlington, I immediately say, yes, start planting some trees in our area, because we need to continue to beautify our space, making it more healthier, making it more living space and so forth. So I truly appreciate being here, and thank you all.
Thank you so much, Delegate. We have so many people to thank for being here today, but 2 people were responsible for the legislation that carved out a section of the 5 Million Trees program specifically for urban communities. And it's so important. Urban trees help with community life, human health, mental health, physical health, climate change, energy savings, beautification of our communities, so many important things that they recognized, and they wanted to make sure that our urban communities had the same shot at getting trees in their communities. So Delegate Stein was one of the authors of that piece of legislation, and I'd love to have Delegate Stein, a great friend of the trust, come up.
Woo! Thank you.
This the one here? Let's see.
That one.
I'll try that one. Thanks. Okay.
Go ahead.
Great. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It is great to be with you, especially on such a fabulous day. Great day to plant a tree, to plant Quincy. And my name is Delegate Dana Stein, and I represent a district which is very close to here. We're sort of a stone's throw away in Pikesville. And it's great to be here with everyone from Fallstaff and with my legislative colleagues and with the mayor and with Director Pinsky. When Director Pinsky and I and Vice Chair Boyce and others worked on the Urban Tree Initiative back in 2021, we did so mainly because we know that trees are great for the environment. It really goes without saying. They reduce runoff, they reduce what's called the urban heat island effect, and they're great for fighting climate change. In fact, it was a number of years ago that Al Gore said that the best available technology for fighting climate change is a tree. But trees are also good for jobs. And you go back and look in U.S. history, 80, 90 years ago, you had the Civilian Conservation Corps, which planted 1 billion trees throughout the country. In fact, really jump-started some of our state and national parks, and they also in the process created a lot of jobs. And so today, forest and tree management includes planting, restoration, and urban forestry, all of which require significant work and ongoing care. When Quincy is planted, he'll need some TLC, to keep him going through the winter and through the dry months. So they require a lot of care. And then there are the broader benefits of tree planting. Trees are good for our communities. Everyone loves a community that has lots of beautiful trees. They're good for the economy, and they are, good for other things too. They reduce healthcare costs in a number of different ways. So I want to thank the Chesapeake Bay Trust and the Baltimore Tree Trust, not just for your work to improve the environment by planting trees, but also for the jobs that you create and the community building that you facilitate. So thank you. Pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you so much, Delegate Stein. We are so lucky to be here in Baltimore City. Baltimore City has been responsible for a good chunk of the urban trees that have been planted over the last 4 years around the state. And Mayor Brandon Scott has been incredibly committed to greening activities of all different types all across the city. So thank you so much, Mayor Scott. Turn it over to you.
Wonderful.
Very much. Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and I'm so happy to be back here at Fallstaff Elementary Middle School to celebrate the start of tree planting season through the Urban Tree Program. Everyone knows this school is a little important to me because my baby brother went here, and all the things that he did, I apologize for. Principal, I apologize for all of them. But
We got for you.
oh, the battery died. Oh yes.
Testing.
It's awful. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah.
Then everybody's gonna start over. No, we're not gonna do it. But yeah, he would do that if he were here. But it's so great to be here because we know how important this partnership is, because we know that greener communities are healthier communities, and this program helps us all participate in making our neighborhoods more green. This year, we plan to plant nearly 4,000 trees thanks to the 12 partner organizations. Let's give all of them a big round of applause. We know that Baltimore Tree Trust alone will plant more than a quarter of those, starting with the 20 new trees right here at Fallstaff Elementary. So let's give these gentlemen in these green hoodies and everyone in his team in his green hoodie a big round of applause. They do this work all the time. Thank them very much. Thank you, all of you, every one of you, for what you do, because over the next decade, those trees that we're going to do will remove about 72,000 pounds of carbon from the environment.
Wonderful.
And we're talking about over the last 4 years, we planted 23,000 trees. That's that amount of carbon is the emission of 8 railroad cars full of coal removed from our air. Our young people get additional benefits from trees like the ones we're planting today. They enjoy the shade at school, especially in September and May when it's really hot outside, right? And they learn about the important role that trees play in our environment. And to our young students who look so fabulous in your blue and gold, everything looks better in blue and gold, Mr. Principal, everything.
Okay, enjoy, sir.
I couldn't help it. Remember, you are the future stewards of our nature resources like Quincy. And it's never too early to learn about all you can about them, taking care of them, and why we need more of them. So, not just today. After we plant Quincy, we're going to challenge you all to continue to be stewards of your environment and learn how you can make your world a better place. So, thank you all for having me today. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. We really appreciate your partnership and so many different initiatives. You know, greening really does help so many aspects of our community. And I almost called him Senator Paul Pinsky again. I mentioned there were two people responsible for this program, responsible for why we're here together today. Then Senator Paul Pinsky, now Director of the Maryland Energy Administration, is one of those people who recognize how important it is to direct resources into urban communities like greening. So, Director Pinsky.
All right.
Thank you, John. And thank all of you for being here today. And of course, you didn't have a choice, students. So it's good. It's good that you're here. You know, about 4.5 years ago, in the state legislature in Annapolis, Delegate Stein, Delegate Boyce, myself, and a number of others talked about what would be best for the state of Maryland. And we talked. And that was 4.5 years ago. And one of the things we decided was we needed to plant trees and make sure we planted trees in urban areas, in underserved areas. So we talked about it 4.5 years ago. 4.5 years later, we see it in the real world. What we talked about is now coming to fruition, and that tree is going to be planted today. So that's what a lot of your elected leaders do. They talk, they try to develop policy that'll make life better for you and your parents and your siblings. As a former educator, I taught high school history in Prince George's County. It's great to have these trees planted, not only for the environmental effect, which the mayor talked about, but for the educational benefits as well. Okay, so this has multiple benefits. And as the mayor said, when we plant trees, it absorbs the carbon dioxide in the air. And that carbon dioxide is contributing to what's called climate change. And we're trying to reverse that. And one of the ways to reverse it is to plant more and more trees. And we wrote legislation. We didn't ask. We demanded, we mandated that 5 million more trees be planted across the state, and at least 10% of them be in urban areas. Because the urban communities are not the problem, they're the solution. And we want to ensure that money is invested, whether it be in Prince George's County, in Baltimore, in Rockville, wherever, that everyone in the state, everyone, young, old, black, white, male, female, are part of the solution to reverse what's happening, not just in this country, but this world. We have goals. We put that in laws, in rules. Just like you have rules in the school, we have rules across the state. And we said we are going to reduce greenhouse gases, we're going to plant 5 million trees. And not only plant them, but maintain them. Because unfortunately, we can plant 5 or 10 or 20 of these. If they're not taken care of, they're going to die.
Right.
That's fair.
So we, because of Jan and a lot of people up here, said, you know, we just can't ask for planting trees. We got to put aside money for maintaining those trees.
Right.
Just like you. You need food, you need nourishment, and when you're ill, you get help. Quincy might need some help. And you want to take care of it. If you see it's not looking so well, you need to call or go to your principal, who will call Jana and her staff, and they're going to come out and look at it. And the other thing I want to say, and I think I'm going beyond my 3 minutes, is you're in Fallstaff now. In a few years, you're going to be in high school.
That's right.
And then you'll be working or you'll be in college or wherever. When you come back to this school, I want you to look for Quincy. And remember that you were here the day that, I don't want to say Quincy was birthed, but that Quincy was planted and rooted. And you see the size of it now, and I want you to come back in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years and come look at it.
Yeah.
And remember, you were here that day. And what is happening here at Fallstaff, we want to happen across the city and across the state to make this a healthier state, that we are working to reverse climate change, and that to make it a better place to be. We want to have trees. We want to have shade. We want to have this to feel like a community and not just cement. And the more trees we have, it makes it better for Baltimore. It makes it better for the state and for the world. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. That's such an important lesson. That's, I think, hasn't been said yet today, that sometimes the problems seem insurmountable, huge issues facing all of us on so many levels, even especially today, but everyone can play their part. You guys probably learn on the green team, you can do one little action and it can help. And if everybody does it, the world can be a better place, right? Okay, awesome. So we're here today in this incredible space. We want to really thank our two hosts for today. First, Baltimore City Public Schools. We have the Executive Director of Facilities, Scott Washington, here. It's going to represent what the school system can do, and it's part of this theme that everybody can play a role. So, turn it over to you.
Right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right, good morning once again to Mayor Scott and also our distinguished guests. Once again, my name is Scott Washington. I'm the Executive Director of School Facilities for Baltimore City Public Schools. I come with greetings from Dr. Sonia Santelises, our Chief Executive Officer, and also Dr. Lynette Washington, our Chief Operating Officer. We are thrilled to be partners with the Chesapeake Bay Trust, Baltimore Tree Trust, and the Baltimore City Department of Recreation and Parks to improve the tree canopy on our school campuses. As the stewards of thousands of land, or acres of land in Baltimore City, we embrace our role in planting and maintaining, that's the key, trees to beautify our campuses, to improve the air we breathe, and to fight against climate change. We know how much work this takes, from the saplings growing in nurseries today that will be planted in years to come, to identifying a location for new trees, to the necessary digging, planting, mulching, watering, and pruning. And we know we can't do it alone. We appreciate the teachers, particularly the teachers and the school leaders who ask for trees, who engage their students not only in science of trees, transpiration, photosynthesis, and carbon sequestration, but also for the tree joys they can bring us, that we talked about today. We appreciate the state of Maryland, Baltimore Gas Electric, Chesapeake Bay Trust, who have funded some of the Baltimore Tree Trust works with us. The Tree Trust has not only pushed to get more trees in the ground, but is also engaged with our students and trained our ground shop, who particularly works under me as Executive Director of School Facilities, and our staff on tree care. And that's important to that maintenance process we talked about. And we appreciate Tree Baltimore, a program of Baltimore City's Department of Recreation and Parks, which has also trained our staff on tree care and is helping us to access funds to support ongoing tree care. To all the participating students, I thank you for your enthusiasm and commitment. You are helping to shape a more sustainable future for our city. We hope you are inspired to continue making environmentally responsible choices and decisions as you grow throughout the engaged and eco-conscious citizens. Your efforts today in planting seeds for our greener tomorrow are greatly appreciated. And I guess personally, as a product of city schools, as someone who works in city schools, whose whole families involved in city schools, between my wife and even my children, this is important to us because this is not somebody else's environment. This is our environment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Director Washington. It's incredible that you have the vision of allowing these kinds of projects on properties that you have agency over. It's so important, and thank you so much. And so, you know, we're celebrating here. Anyone of you guys want to be elected officials when you grow up? Anyone? Awesome. Look at that. You guys are gonna have a run for your money. Well, this is networking opportunity for you guys too. Like, how often do you get to say you're in an incredible space with all these wonderful elected officials? But elected officials have the ideas. Folks like the Chesapeake Bay Trust help get those ideas into the hands of folks that can implement them on the ground. And there's Brian, we are so fortunate. We have 400 grantees a year at the Chesapeake Bay Trust. We have about 1,000 grantees active at any one time. We do not have favorites, but Baltimore Tree Trust has been absolutely an incredible partner over the last more than 4 years in many other types of grant programs. But we're going to introduce Brian in a second, who's actually making this stuff happen. Before I do that, though, before we dig in to Brian's, no?
Well played.
I can't do it. Celia told me to do it. It didn't come off very well. You guys probably have better puns than I do. You can think of a pun when you start planting Quincy. But I want to recognize the Chesapeake Bay Trust team. We have Jose here. I see Liana, Celia. These guys in my team are absolutely incredible. I get to stand up here and recognize it, but they're the ones doing the hard work on the ground. And Brian, I'm sure you feel the same way about your team. I see a lot of your incredible team here today, and I'm going to turn it over to you to get us kicked off. Dig into the next part of our program.
All right.
There you go.
Thank you, Jan. And before we get started, I wanted to recognize Delegate Rosenberg. Thank you for coming out. Appreciate the time. Good morning and happy fall, everyone.
Yes.
All right. Perfect day for planting. I do want to start off with a thank you to CBT, Chesapeake Bay Trust, and the Urban Trees Program. With their support, we were able to plant over 9,000 trees over the past 3 years. And thank you. And build out our Career Pathways program for city residents to get more involved in urban forestry. If we're going to grow in urban forest, we're going to need more practitioners to get into the work that we're doing. I do want to highlight that several years ago, we worked with students, of course, from Fallstaff to plant 20 or more trees in the front. They're looking beautiful, and it's exciting today that we can work with the green team to plant more in the field. I do want to highlight something that Mayor Scott brought up, and that's about partnerships. In order to get this work done in urban forestry, we have to partner with our elected officials, other NGOs like Baltimore Orchard Project. I want to highlight the Baltimore City Department of Forestry and Tree Baltimore, and a number of other organizations that are coming together to support the urban forestry movement in Baltimore. We have to do this as a team in order to grow and maintain a healthy urban forest, and I'm excited for everyone to be here. So I know we've been talking a lot about trees. I think it's time to plant one. So let's switch over to the tree planting. Quincy's first. All right.
Yeah.
I will say, if y'all ready to plant, let's all move over to the tree planting side, and our team will give instructions on how to move forward.